Hello friends! In this tutorial, I'm going to review how to interpret quotations from primary resources, and I offer a 7-step strategy. For demonstration, I will use Emil Durkheim's quotation taken from the introduction to his book, The Elementary Forms of Religious Life, written in 1912 and edited in 1995. The steps are the following. First, you read your quotation. At the foundation of all systems of belief in all cults, there must necessarily be a certain number of fundamental representations and modes of ritual conduct that, despite the diversity of forms that the one and the other may have taken on, have the same objective meaning everywhere and everywhere fulfill the same functions. It is these enduring elements that constitute what is eternal and human in religion? They are the whole objective content of the idea that is expressed when religion in general is spoken of. After that, we move to step 2, where we will highlight the essential words in every sentence of this quote. We highlight the phrase systems of belief in all cults, then fundamental representations and modes of ritual conduct. After that, we highlight the diversity of forms, then the phrase, the same objective meaning, and the same functions. In the next sentence, we define the word elements, eternal and human. Lastly, we highlight the words content and religion. I also recommend to highlight the phrase forms of religious life in the title of his book, as it also gives the clues about the general idea of his book and quotation. After that, we do step 3, where we create the list of essential words using Durkheim's quotation. They are systems of beliefs in all cults, fundamental representations, modes of ritual conduct, diversity of forms, same objective meaning, same functions, elements, eternal, human, content, religion, and forms of religious life. Now step 4, it shows how you can organize these words into semantic groups, the groups that potentially are related in meanings. So group 1 includes the words religion, forms of religious life, and diversity of forms. Group 2 has the phrase systems of beliefs and all cults. We have fundamental representations and modes of ritual conduct in group number 3. The words content and the phrase same objective meaning and same functions are in group 4. And group 5 includes the words elements, eternal, and human. As soon as you created groups, you move to step 5, where you give titles to your groups. So group 1 I called religious diversity. Group 2 gets the title Beliefs and Practices. Group 3 I called Symbols and Rituals. Group 4 gets the title The Structure. And Group 5 I called Aspects. In step 6, we write a rough draft. Basically, you try to explain what each group of words mean. Please also try to include some material that you have learned from the lectures, The Emergence of the Science of Sociology. You already know that Durkheim claims that every religion deals with sacred or spiritual things and is preoccupied with ordinary everyday life, or he calls it mundane things. Remember, it is a rough draft. It does not have to be perfect. So I write the following. In the quotation given above, Durkheim writes about the diversity of religions. Even though the religions vary and represent distinct systems of beliefs and practices, they all have commonalities in structure. Any religion has visual representations called symbols and practices that are known as rituals. Every religion, without an exception, defines what its symbols mean and how its rituals practice. In general, every religion carries a fundamental meaning and defines its function in society. According to Durkheim, every religion has components such as eternal and human, and it means that religion is preoccupied with sacred or spiritual things and mundane or everyday human life. After you are done with your rough draft, we move to our final step, step 7. Here we write a coherent paragraph that interprets the message of Durkheim's quotation. We also follow the ASA format for in-text citations. So the final paragraph is as such. One of the most famous quotations about the structure and the function of religion belongs to Durkheim. We open parentheses, write the year of last publication, which is 1995, then open square brackets and write the year the original book was published in 1912. Close the square brackets, close the parentheses, and put period, and then continue writing. He claims that despite the great diversity of religions, they all have structural similarities. As such, Durkheim claims that every religion carries unique meanings and serves specific functions in any given society. As a system of beliefs, every religion has its own visual representations called symbols and distinct practices known as rituals. Most importantly, the theorist identifies main aspects of each religious system. One of it deals with the eternal or solely sacred tasks, and the second preoccupies with everyday human life or mundane task. And now you're ready to use a final paragraph.